in a predicament to receive a lying spirit. Make sure that if you have something you're battling through, for instance, and you have a lust that keeps rising up in you, don't let anybody tell you that doesn't need to be crucified. Because if you have some soothsayer come along and say, well, don't worry about that, everybody does that, you better run. God's trying to cleanse you. God's trying to get that thing out of you. God's trying to pluck that bad tooth out of your mouth. And someone comes along and says, oh, don't worry about it. It'll rot in there. It'll eventually go away. Careful now. Well, being anxious can be a sin. It can be, no, I don't mean you don't have moments. You can have moments of anxiety and then, collect yourself. For instance, you're driving down the road and you almost have a near fatal accident. There's going to be some anxiety in that, right? I mean, it's going to be an anxious moment. But yeah, anxiety as a lifestyle just simply means that you have fear in you. And if you have fear in you, then that means the Holy Spirit is not in you. Because perfect love casteth out all fear. Madison says, I know a bunch of people in my generation try and justify being gay by using the Bible and talking about mistranslation. Yes, that's an epidemic, Madison. Most certainly is. We should fear God, though, right? Absolutely, we should, Jay. And that's in a healthy way, obviously. Not, like I say, not mousy fear, where you're worried about getting struck with a lightning bolt all the time, but a reverence and awe, a holy respect is what I would call it. Absolutely. There's a lot of frivolity in the house of God these days, Jay, to be quite honest. And, there's God. We need a new seriousness back in the house of God. We need to be able to come into the house of God and feel that reverent spirit. I remember back in the 80s, it was like that. When you go to the house of God, at times there was such a heaviness that you just basically wanted to sit down and behave. But we don't have that anymore. We have people just talking loud and going through the motions, and then all of a sudden we flip on the switch and the guy grabs a guitar and we're in the presence of God, right? It's like something we turn on and off now. Then after it's all over and the benediction has been delivered, and we just turn the switch back off and everybody goes home. See, so was we in the presence of God then? That's what I have to ask.